Hi everyone, it's Julie from Sprouts and Stems here, back on camera this week. Last week I was sick, so just didn't want to be on camera with my runny nose and all that. So back today, and today's video is going to be another plant DIY decor project. And so just before I started this, I was playing around with the different pieces that I picked up, and I'm realizing that might not be able to make my vision come to life exactly how I was envisioning it. I think it's still going to be a fun project though. I'm going to sneeze. Still going to be a fun project, and I'll take you over there right away so I can show you what I'm talking about. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm over by where I'm going to be doing this project, and just to show you really quick, so it's going to be a teapot, a hanging teapot planter with like the plant coming out of the spout, so it's kind of like pouring, but I'm having some issues. Okay, let me turn the camera around 1 second. So I went to Goodwill. I usually try to get most of my stuff from Goodwill or like Dollar Tree or something, just somewhere cheap. So I was looking for a teapot, and I was kind of like hoping for something exactly in the middle of these two sizes. This one, I don't know, it's kind of too small for what I was envisioning. And this one, it's kind of too big. I don't know. I found this, I guess, is it a banana hook? Like I always just assume that it's meant for bananas, but I don't know if there's like another use for it that I don't know about, but I found this banana hook. It's nice and sturdy, and I wanted to like do like that situation, but when I hung it, the teapot just goes like that. It goes straight down and it looks weird. I'm sad. Okay, so that's issue number 2. Issue number 3, I didn't look inside the teapot and I saw that there's like little teeny holes, which I think it's still going to be fine, but it's just going to make it like a lot harder to put the cuttings into the spout. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use this teapot because this one, it's super pretty. I'm still going to use it for something, but there's not really much of like a project to do. I have these cuttings that I've been keeping in this terracotta frog. It's meant for like flower arrangements, but I've been using it for cuttings. I always have cuttings propagating around my apartment because I like to do little projects like this. So my cuttings are rooted, but you could definitely do this with cuttings that aren't rooted yet, that you just cut right off your plant. I'm going to start by putting a little bit of potting mix just in the bottom as a base layer into the teapot. And I'm going to get on my gardening gloves because look how pretty my nails are. I just did them. I don't know if you can like see them that well. I just did them, so I don't want to mess up my nails. So we're using the gardening gloves today. This is just regular potting mix. So I think overall this should be like a really easy project. I think the part that's coming up next is going to be, sorry if I'm like stepping in front of the camera, is going to be the only tricky part. And that's just going to be getting the roots through those holes, which I did not realize were there. So I did not foresee this being that tricky, but yeah, I think that's going to be the only tricky part. And before I take these cuttings out of here, I just want to show you. Look, see, one of the aerial roots has actually attached itself to this terracotta piece. And I just like to see plants doing that. So I want to show you. I like to see plants doing wild things and acting how they would in the wild in our homes. So let's see what these roots are doing. There we go. Oh my gosh. Those are some nice looking roots. Indeed. Okay, after some off-camera finagling, I'm thinking this probably, if you have a spout like this with holes on the inside, so check to make sure when you buy your teapot. Maybe all teapots are like that. I didn't know. I'm out of the teapot loop, but if you have a spout like that, it probably would be easier to just take cuttings right off a plant and then just stick the stems through the spout and have them propagating in here as opposed to having like roots already. Because honestly, like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to have to like cut off. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to like cut off the majority of the roots. Okay, so I did one. It looks a little crazy. I know. But I just want to show you what I did. So this one had a couple, like one main root and then a couple small roots branching off of it. I cut off, where is it? I think I lost it. But it was kind of like this. So I cut off a lot, like most of the little offshoot roots. And I stuck it in the spout. And then, oh, can you see? I don't know if you can see. And then, there, I kind of like moved it around a little bit until I saw that root starting to come through, and then I just grabbed it with my finger and pulled it through, and then a little bit of the stem also came through, and that's basically what I'm attempting to do. So I'll try to do this one on camera. I'm just going to cut off like we don't need like 2 feet of roots. All right, so I cut all of them but like 2 longer ones off. And can you see that? I don't know if you can see it that well, but I'm sticking the roots in the spout. Ooh, I have tweezers. Maybe that would help. But I think you guys see what I'm trying to do. This is really hard to do on camera, so I'm going to try to get like this one and then maybe one more cutting in here, and then I'll come back and we'll continue making the planter. Okay, just checking back in here. I'm still gonna get one more cutting in there. I have 2 so far, but this, I'm not gonna lie, this is really testing my patience. And it's only because of the holes in the spout. So I really, really want to stress to check and make sure that your teapot doesn't have those little holes where the spout is and it's just like one big opening. Because yeah, this has required a lot of patience. And I kind of thought it was just going to be a cute little quick, easy project, but that's okay. I have these crafting tweezers that are really fine tipped and at an angle, so that's been really helpful actually for kind of as gently as possible pulling the roots through. And really quick, one more thing in addition to the tweezers that has helped is just running the roots. If your roots aren't wet, just getting them nice and wet so you can kind of like mold them into a straighter shape or more like together shape. It doesn't really do much, but it does help a little bit, I will say. So that's one more tip. So that was frustrating. I actually had to walk away, have like a snack, and just sit in silence for a few minutes. But yeah, I think overall this is looking really cute. Now I'm going to do is add some sphagnum moss. I don't think I want this to be all potting mix. I think I want it to be a potting mix and sphagnum moss mixture. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I just took a handful of sphagnum moss. I ran it under the sink just to get it damp. I'm just mixing it up with my hand right now. It's literally just potting mix and sphagnum moss. And I gave up on the gloves, as you can see, but my nails so far are still okay. I think I'm going to do maybe a little bit more potting mix. I was thinking of maybe trying to stick a little bit of sphagnum moss down here just for the roots that didn't quite make it in to the body of the teapot, but I think I'm overthinking it. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that and see what happens. And now I am going to wash my hands, clean this all off, and I think we're ready for our finishing touches. Cleaned off the counter. I've got this nice clean white teapot for the most part all dusted off. I was kind of hoping to find something with some kind of design on it, but now that this is done, I really like the simplicity of the white and like the contrast with the green and the white. So I'm happy. And okay, got my handy dandy chopsticks, plant chopsticks that I use for like literally everything plant related. Kind of pushing it up against the actual roots. I will put this lid on because I think it makes it look even more unexpected. Like here you can see it's a planter, it's fine, it's cool. But this is like, it's a teapot. No, it's not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Lid, no lid? I'm gonna do lid for now. I'm annoyed. Okay, change of plans. Hook wasn't working. This is way too heavy now with the potting mix. It just was not working. So slight change of plans. I have this, which I've had for a while. You may have seen it in the background of some of my videos. I just got it from an antique store a while ago. And I'm thinking like this could act as kind of like a stand for it. And then the teapot could be pointing down, like pouring. I don't hate it. It wasn't really what I was going for originally, but I need to get a better background to like really show it off. I think it's kind of like Alice in Wonderland-y. I don't know. I'm always changing up my plant displays, so you know, maybe I'll have it like this for a week and then we'll do something different. Okay, so final shot. Actually, I've decided that I love this. It's like just slightly slanted that way, so it looks like it's about to start pouring, but it's not so much how I had it before where it's like looking like it's gonna fall. It's definitely Alice in Wonderland-y, whimsical, and it is not what I was envisioning when I first started the video. I hope you guys don't mind that I kind of, half the time, my creative process evolves on camera, and I have to switch things up. It's hard to always pre-plan everything, and it definitely doesn't always go according to plan. But regardless of like the display, whether I had this on the hook or on a pedestal or just like on its own, I think this planter idea is really cute. And that's inside, and you would just keep that moist. And remember, if you do this, definitely make sure to check to make sure your spout is like an opening and not little holes, because that really was a pain. That would just be my number one tip. Like, this was such a pain and I almost threw a temper tantrum and cried. So Yep. So let me know what you guys think. Actually, if you don't like it, just lie to me because it took me a long time and I'll be upset if you don't like it. Just this once. Just if you don't like it, a little white lie is okay. And please subscribe to my channel if you want more plant project decor videos. I made these two things recently as well. And I also do a lot of plant care and propagation videos. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and have a great day.